Alf, happy Friday. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so stick with me, all right? Don't get all panicked. Few different topics. Stay to the end. PSA has got a new feature that is going to knock your socks off when you hear about it. We need to talk about REA auction stuff, and what is this about Fanatics pushing John Elway? What effect will Fanatics Topps have on football cards? And I'm really talking about the football greats moving forward, especially when they get a hold of the licenses. Stick around. What's going on, sports card hobby family? Happy Friday. We have made it to the weekend. Happy holiday season to everybody. Hopefully everybody out there is connecting with family and having a great holiday season. Before I get into the Fanatics topic and the PSA feature at the end, we have got to celebrate 2 days left on Robert Edward Auction's latest auction. I did meet with President Brian Dwyer going back a few days. I'll put a link to that video. We did a live stream where we talked about some of the items in that auction. Make sure to go back and check it out. REA is so well known for vintage baseball cards in particular, but they've got all the stuff at a variety of different price points. So make sure to check out that auction. It ends on Sunday night. All right, first off, we've got a 1959 Topps complete set. PSA set registry includes all the stars and Hall of Famers of the era. 1959 Topps baseball, Mantle, Mays, Aaron, and Roy Campanella's last card, along with the rookie card of St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Famer. You might have heard of this guy, Bob Gibson. An extremely rare 1962 Jello original unopened Mickey Mantle. If you're lucky enough to ever find one of these rare Jello boxes with a card on the back, it's usually a common player, not the Mick. It's not Mickey Mantle typically. This is just the second example that has ever popped up over at REA. 1974-75 Nolan Ryan California Angels signed game used home jersey. I think it pretty much speaks for itself. Nolan Ryan, I know what, Cal Ripken's the Iron Man, but Nolan Ryan is the pitching Iron Man. The guy was an absolute monster. And amazingly, I think I saw a clip here recently where still can throw a baseball like 80 miles an hour. It's unbelievable, Nolan Ryan. 1999, Tony Gwynn, one of the greatest hitters of all time, most consistent hitters of all time. Tony Gwynn, San Diego Padres signed game use alternate uniform. This uniform was used by Gwynn while recording his 3,053rd career hit. And Gwynn has signed the jersey in black ink on the reverse, numeral 1, the notation number 3053 versus SF for San Francisco, and the date 9/19/99. So you've got some cool inscriptions there on this particular item. Oh man, one of my favorite vintage football cards, the 57 Topps Bart Starr rookie in a PSA 8. I've got this card in an SGC 4. I absolutely love this card. Of course, Bart Starr. One of those, and again, we're going to talk about this a little bit later with Fanatics and kind of promoting some of these mega historical NFL legends. But Bart Starr, of course, with the Green Bay Packers. This is such a great card and in a high grade over there. Same set. Johnny Unitas, rookie in a PSA 8. Johnny U and Bart Starr. These are just classics. I own both of these. I've got the Johnny U in a PSA 6. I've got the Bart Starr in an SGC 4. But again, these are the guys that made it all happen for the superstars that we have today. They led the way. They probably had second jobs going back in time in the offseason. Whereas now, of course, the NFL players don't need a second job in today's world. 1965 Topps PSA graded, near complete football set. All 169 cards are graded by PSA. So if you want a PSA graded, near complete set, it's missing 7 cards. Excuse me, not a complete set, a near complete set. I'm only missing 7 from the 1965 Topps football card set. It is there for you. 1958 Baltimore Colts NFL Championship ring. This was given to a Colts team executive. Very unique item from what has been noted as the greatest football game ever played. 2003 SP Authentic SP Signatures basketball graded complete set. 59 cards, including your favorites, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron James rookie season. All of the cards are on card, been signed in the blue fine point marker on the front. You've got, of course, like we said, the key rookies of LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo, Chris Bosh. These early 2000s players are highly collectible. in today's hobby. And then, of course, like we said, you got even Dr. J in here. This is an unbelievable set. Very rare to have the entire set and all graded by PSA. Last but certainly not least, we've got a 2008-9. This is a beautiful card. Premier Attractions Auto. Michael Jordan numbered out of 50. 9 mint copy with a Gem Mint 10 signature. The aesthetics of this card are beautiful. I wish I had some money saved for this one in particular. I've been looking for a Michael Jordan auto card, and I've been looking mainly at UNC because the Bulls stuff is just so expensive. This card would be unbelievable to add into the collection. All right, Fanatics is rolling out their new Bowman Draft product. Everybody's very excited about it, but one thing struck me that I thought was really interesting. It's kind of like how they've thrown Wimby into a baseball card product, but they've got John Elway signed cards in this Bowman Draft product. And I thought that was really interesting because, man, when you look at, they're not vintage, but if you go back to 80s and previous for baseball, and you compare to football, man, football cards, and a lot of the reason why I love collecting football cards is because they're relatively inexpensive when compared to their baseball counterparts. And the hobby, look, baseball card collectors really make up the majority of the collecting base. It's not to say there's not football card collectors going back, vintage football card collectors as well as 80s and so forth, but it pales in comparison the numbers. There's just not the same sort of money that's being put behind those cards. And so I thought it was really interesting, got me thinking, is Fanatics going to do more of an effort as they take over the licenses over the next couple of years to really spotlight those NFL legends? And it looks like they've started here with John Elway. Now, again, it's John Elway and a baseball product, so is it going to be a big chase? You can get on-card Elway autographs for fairly inexpensive in a Broncos uniform, let alone kind of a non-playing days new product set, baseball card product set that's just coming out. So do I think that these are going to really hold up long-term? Are they going to be huge chases? I don't really know. I don't really think that they will be, is what my gut tells me. It does throw a little bit of a unique, interesting chase into that product, and I'm curious to see if people do buy the product for that reason. Oh, I'm searching for these Elways, or if it's just kind of just an afterthought and they put marketing into it. Fanatics has started to put some marketing into this as well, talking about how Elway is part of this set. And again, it just got me thinking, right now they just have the baseball license. What will it look like when you've got debut patch autos for football, basketball, and baseball, kind of the trifecta of sports? I think even with the hobby so popular now, the way that it is now, man, I just can't imagine the hype / excitement around those products for football and basketball to go along with baseball in the future in the next couple of years. So, man, we'll just have to see. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. I thought that was interesting. Man, John Elway is going to be in the new Bowman Draft product. That really kind of caught me off guard. Not on my bingo card for that particular product. All right, last but certainly not least, PSA, that everyone's going to love that. You can't not love this. We're all scrolling on eBay. We're all trying to figure out, okay, what is the population for this card or that card or whatever. Well, now on the app, now from my understanding, this is not yet available on the browser, on your laptop, but it's available on the actual mobile app, the eBay app. You can pull up the PSA population report right there in the app as you're looking at cards. Let me know if you're seeing this integration when you go and search. This again helps hobbyists. It helps eBay tremendously too, because think about the times where you've got, you're looking at a card, you jump off of the eBay site to try to figure out, then you're going to the PSA app trying to figure out population, then you got to go back. It seems like a small thing, but it's not when you're trying to get down and get to the nitty gritty of certain cards, you're comparing cards. And the fact that that information is going to be right there on the eBay listing for you. Maybe you're buying a vintage card and you're like, oh, PSA 7. Is that, how does that compare to an 8? How does that compare to a 6? You'll have that information right there for you, which is tremendous. And then if you're buying modern cards, maybe you're buying a Wembanyama Silver Prism PSA 10, and you're thinking like, how many 10s are there? How many 9s are there compared to 10s? Now all that information is going to be right there integrated into the eBay app. This is kind of one of those no-brainer, helps the hobby, helps collector type thing. Matt Turner himself is the one that shared this on Twitter /X here over the last 12 to 14 hours. Friends, have an amazing weekend ahead. I'm back. Tomorrow's episode is going to be with DPZ. The Pick 6 podcast is back after a couple weeks with all the holidays and the travel. I'm back with DPZ, so check out that episode as well. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.